My name is Ronald Lett, and I would like to welcome you to the digital version of Structured Operative Obstetrics, S.0.0. The objective of this course is to help the learners provide safe vaginal and cesarean section obstetrical care. You should have been previously enrolled in a WhatsApp group with your classmates and have been provided with this information to enroll on the CNIS Moodle platform for SOO. I want to introduce you to the Canadian Network for International Surgery, CNIS, and our Structured Operative Obstetrics course, SOO. More than 60,000 learners have benefited from the various CNIS structured clinical skills courses, including SOO. There are 12 programs, each consisting of instructor and provider courses. CNIS has established 10 surgical and obstetrical skills labs in Eastern Africa. In 1994, the initial course ESS, Essential Surgical Skills, was developed. Structured Operative Obstetrics, SOO, initiated in 2007 and first piloted in Ethiopia, has been taught in Ethiopia, Uganda, and Tanzania to junior residents, interns, and professional associates, called health officers in Ethiopia and assistant medical officers in Tanzania. CNIS's objective is to reduce maternal mortality by training community and hospital-level health professionals and control injury through surveillance programs and skills training. SOO addresses maternal mortality. What is maternal mortality? Maternal mortality is the death of a woman while pregnant or within 42 days of pregnancy. Note that maternal mortality excludes injury or other incidental causes that are not related to the woman being pregnant at the time of her death. Maternal mortality does include death after miscarriage and ectopic pregnancy. Let's review how serious the maternal mortality problem is. In 2024, figures from the World Health Organization noted that globally, 275,000 maternal deaths occur each year, which is 800 deaths per day. The global toll has reduced by 1/3 since 2000 but is still too high. Most of these deaths occur in low and middle-income countries. Despite the improvements, one woman still dies every 2 minutes. The number of women dying is now the equivalent of 2 jumbo jets crashing every day, better than the previous toll of 3 jumbo jets per day. But it is still tragic. To compare different locations and years, we use the maternal mortality ratio. The MMR. The MMR is defined as the number of maternal deaths per 100,000 live births. What is the MMR in East Africa? The MMR in East Africa is not uniform. United Nations FPA reports that Kenya's rate is 360 per 100,000 live births, while the Tanzanian government reports that its MMR has dropped dramatically to 104 deaths per 100,000 live births from the rate of 556 deaths recorded 10 years ago. The reported Ugandan rate is 189 deaths per 100,000 live births, although this rate was from a study in the Kampala region. The overall rate in sub-Saharan Africa is still 553 per 100,000 live births. These rates exceed the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations of 70 deaths per 100,000 live births. For comparison, what is the MMR in North America? In North America, Canada has an MMR of 8 per 100,000 live births in the USA. The rate is 22 deaths per 100,000 live births. Mexico had 31 deaths per 100,000 live births before the pandemic, but due to reduced access, the rate increased to 55 in 2022. Another term you will hear is maternal morbidity. Maternal morbidity is a condition which was caused or made worse by the pregnancy. Although the woman did not die, her functioning and well-being have been affected. Examples of maternal morbidity could include a fistula or scarring which causes infertility. For every maternal death, it is estimated that about 20 to 30 women's health is negatively affected long-term from complications of the pregnancy. Improved obstetrical care will decrease maternal morbidity as well as mortality. Let's review Structured Obstetrics and the SOO course. This course has 12 lectures and 4 technical practicums. The first module focuses on fundamental knowledge lectures and prerequisite skills. The second module focuses on vaginal delivery, including lectures and practical exercises, and the third module has lectures and simulations of the cesarean section. To complete the course, Practicum 4 is the performance of 6 caesarean sections in the operating room under supervision. These 6 cases need to be completed no more than 30 days from the beginning of the SOO course. The SOO objective is to teach the management, technical, and surgical skills to safely deliver the majority of mothers, including the ability to perform cesarean sections safely. The way that adults learn most effectively is different than for children. CNIS courses, including SOO, emphasize the principles of adult learning. This means active participation and hands-on skills participation. CNIS also encourages peer-to-peer learning and assistance. The SOO course has an introductory unit with a learner evaluation and a survey of the learners, as well as a closing unit with a post-course evaluation and a course survey. Each SOO module includes interactive lectures, which should take less than 3 hours, and simulations, which should also take 3 hours. The lectures were initially developed for traditional classroom presentations but have now been updated, referenced, and placed as videos with interactive questions on the CNIS Moodle platform. The learners can access the lectures and directions for the other learning activities on their mobile phones. Each structured clinical module ends with a formative evaluation. Formative evaluation means the learner receives feedback to help build knowledge. After the lectures and practical modules are complete, there is a clinical practicum where each learner performs 6 cesarean sections under supervision. Day 1 is a review of fundamental skills, with interactive lectures and practical simulations. It is important that these prerequisite skills are mastered before proceeding to more complex clinical skills. After completion of the learning material, there is a 10-question formative evaluation. Fundamental skills practiced include laceration repair, knot tying, and laparotomy. Module 2 is a review of vaginal skills, which includes lectures in the morning and practical sessions in the afternoon. Lectures include first trimester bleeding, antepartum hemorrhage, labor first stage, labor second stage, and labor third stage. In Practicum 2, simulators are used to practice normal and breech delivery, vacuum extraction, and shoulder dystocia, as well as the management of postpartum hemorrhage, including perineal repair, removal of retained products of conception, and cervical laceration repair. This slide presents photos of various simulations in Module 2. The lectures in Module 3 include indications for caesarean preparation for caesarean surgical detail complications of caesarean. Simulation exercises include uterine closure, B-Lynch sutures, assisting on a simulated caesarean section, and being the primary operator on a simulated caesarean section. These photos show B-Lynch suture placement for postpartum hemorrhage and the simulated cesarean section exercise. In Practicum 4, 6 supervised caesarean sections are performed. 3 of the caesarean sections can be operative experience after the delivery of the baby. That is delivery of the placenta, closure of the uterus, and closure of the abdominal wall. 3 cases have to include making the abdominal incision, bladder mobilizations, uterine incision, delivery of the baby and placenta, and then closures of the uterus and abdomen. The procedures need to be logged, with confirmation by the supervisor, and partograms presented. The CNIS SOO course should improve your skills for both vaginal and operative delivery and reduce complications and maternal mortality. Asani Sana, thank you.